What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full random wild encounter team. So at the start of the video there I just showed you the Pokemon I bumped into, the first ones in the route. Now obviously I've built on those Pokemon from breeding, so I didn't use the exact Pokemon in the final results because I wanted to put some breeding moves and such there. I just thought I'd mention that one in this video, and obviously I wanted some better IVs too. Okay, make sure you put your theme team suggestions as usual in the comment section, and if you do enjoy these videos please put a like on there as well. Now, this was a live version of the video too, right? So I'll explain why that was a live version a little bit later on in the video. Okay, so I've got the Love Disc lead here. Now, this was my Rain Dance set. It works pretty well. I gave it max health, max special defense, modest nature, because you don't need any speed EVs. Once the rain goes up, you're really, really fast. You're well into the 400s. Okay, even like some choice Scarf Pokemon will be struggling to outspeed you. Okay, so I outsped, which was cool. Now, I'm going to get flung an Iron Ball here, which is interesting. I had a Focus Sash, so I knew I'd live it anyway, but I do have max health, so that probably let me just live it a little bit better than usual there. So I get a Hydro Pump kill straight off the bat, which was awesome there. Now, this, as I said, I might be able to give a little bit more of my thought process since this was a live, the battle was live, but obviously my narration is post-com, as always there. Okay, so I've got my Rain up, which is good. I've got Blizzard on this set. I've got Sweet Kiss, Rain Dance, and Hydro Pump. Okay, so Herdier comes in. I was like, okay, it's probably going to be an Everlight set, maybe. So going for the Sweet Kiss here, I wanted to get it confused at least. Maybe, even if I died to the next attack, I could bring another Pokemon in. But that wasn't the case. He hit himself in confusion, so that worked really well there. Okay, so it's going to go for the Play Rough. I missed the Hydro Pump as well. Wow. Very unlucky there, especially the Herdier, considering Play Rough has got much better accuracy than Hydro Pump there. Okay, so 2 Pokemon down. The mighty Love Disc is pulling through somehow. Okay, so Haunter comes out here. So we're having I'm having a dream run at the moment. Now, this was quite interesting. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not obviously going to outspeed a Haunter. I'm obviously going to get taken out here. But I went for the Sweet Kiss there and I outsped. I was like, that's interesting. Why did I outspeed there for? It hit self-confusion, so that was good. So I was like, okay, this is strange. I'm still wondering why I outsped. I was like, maybe it could be a bulky set. I'm not really sure. It snaps out of confusion and goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's some like crazy ass bulky set. So I thought it just finished me with a Shadow Ball or something. So I was interested to see this. So I go for the Hydro Pump here. It tanks it really well and takes me out with a Hex. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So my Love Disc is now. I think Hex would have taken it out regardless, but whatever. So so I had as I said, I had a really good dream start there with my Love Disc. Okay, so I got Makuhita here. I wanted to keep him. I didn't want to evolve it and stuff such like that. Pull Punch just nothing. I'm like, wow, it's really bulky. I've got the Flame Orb on this, right? So that's all good there. Now, like I didn't have much to actually hit it with, and I didn't want to hit myself in confusion either. So I thought, let's bring in Lanoon here. I was expecting the Hex there. So I've got my Toxic Orb up. Now, this is a nice set I like to run. It's the Facade. Instead of the usual boring belly drum set, let's think outside the square and try something different, right? We've got the Hone Claws to boost its attack and accuracy. I've got Facade with Toxic Orb with Quick Feet. I give it Adamant Nature because the next turn you're going to be really fast anyway. I've given it Play Rough with the Hone Claws. That makes it 100% accuracy as well. You can for the last slot. You can either do there's a lot of moves you can do. It can learn a lot of moves of coverage. I gave it Dig just for a laugh. Okay, then I have a way of hitting Steel as well. Okay, go. I know that's not very effective, but it doesn't take it out. I didn't have too much. And then the Haunter uses Spite. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen Spite like for ages, like not for a very long time. I mean, I've used it myself, sure, but I use weird Pokemon sets. That's me, but it's cool to see other things there. Okay, so I'm going to hit myself in confusion, yes, and instead of taking me out, it's going to keep trolling me with the Spite, and I'm dying to poison. So I'm getting a little bit salty by this stage, but don't worry, the salt was even more real later on this battle. I won't spoil anything though. Okay, so I'm just thinking, well, I can either swap and go back to Makuhita and take it out with a Bullet Punch, or I can just risk it and take it out. I decided to, fuck it, let's risk it, and I took it out with a Play Rough. So that's the bulky Haunter down there. Definitely Everlighter. Okay, so I've got 19 health left on my Lanoon here. Okay, so half the team's down, so I'm in a pretty good position at the moment too. Okay, now, A couple of people were saying too, they didn't see my videos rocking up in their subscriptions. Guys, make sure you leave a comment or a like, because YouTube's algorithm system is really weird. Like, if you don't do one of those two, it'll for a long time it'll actually stop putting your videos, the people you're subscribed to, the videos will stop appearing. That's how the algorithm works, and it's really, really weird. So that's just to answer that question. I had a couple of people say that in the last few videos, and that's your answer. So if you've got a favorite YouTuber, make sure you do that to them. Okay, so here I went for the facade there. Oh, that was so close. Hitmonchan barely lives, and I'm going to die to the poison there. So that was salty. Anyways, it's all good. So I thought I could bring in maybe my macro heater here to go for the double priority to finish it off. I thought, yeah, that'd be my best idea, since I've got my Flame Orb and Guts up. So I gave this guy Fake Out, which is really, really handy. It's got Bullet Punch. It's got Feint as well. Now, Feint is a cool move. It's used more in VGC, obviously, than singles, but I thought it'd be fun to get around Protect Pokemon that's actually like bust through Protect. Okay, and I've got Close Combat just from the stab there. So things are going excellent. This is, it's quite one-sided at the moment. Then this fucking thing comes out here. Okay, this was one of the most, for a long time, this was one of the most WTF moments I've had in a long while, and it takes quite a bit for me to say that. So I swap out thinking, well, some sort of psychic move. So I go into my Lombre, double slap. What the hell? So this is my special defensive Lombre, right? So I was expecting some sort of special move from the Gothorita there. Okay, so it's got a normal gym double slap. Hype! So that hits me only twice and does like nothing. I'm going to go for the Toxic here. So I was like, what kind of set is this? Like the sets beforehand were very out there as well. So, but this was extremely out there. But it gets funnier. So I was like, well, I could probably go for Leech Seed here. And with the Toxic up, that'd be quite funny. Then it goes for Thief and Seals by freaking Everlard. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm a lot less bulkier than usual. Since it appears to be a physical set, so I'm very specially defensive. So I'm not so defensive, and with the Everlight, I'm not very defensive at all. Okay, so it's going to go for the Zen Headbutt here, and I got flinched. I'm like, damn! So the Leech Seed is going to give me a little bit of health left back, but I was like, oh, gee, this is going to be really close if I live this one or not. I'm going to go for, I was thinking go for a healing move or any sort of attack. I had Scald on this thing too. Okay, so it's going to go for the Zen Headbutt, and it crits me, so... Man, what the hell just happened? Seriously. So, I got beaten by a double slap Gothorita. My salt levels were rising. They were the boiling point. I had my Mako Heater. I knew I could revenge kill that quite easily. I was thinking, would that be the best play? I was thinking what their last Pokemon was too. I didn't want to be set up or anything like that either, like after losing my priority or anything like that. So, I was like, okay, well, I can either just go for Fake Out or Feint. It doesn't really matter which one I go for. This should take it out. I know that I can live any move. Well, I'd say I could probably live a Zen Headbutt unless it was Adamant. I really wasn't sure. So I'm just going to go for that, and it lived, and it went for Rock Slide. So get this, it's the biggest troll set in the world. It's got Zen Headbutt and Rock Slide, obviously for the flinch, and Double Slap, which is probably aimed to hit 5 times in a row. Okay, so that's down anyway. What the hell was that? Seriously. Okay, this thing was... This was painful. Okay, so that was their last Pokemon, which was Curly. Obviously, it's going to be Everlight, so it's going to be bulky as hell. So I've got Bullet Punch on this set. That's my best move I can use against this for that super effective damage there. Now, this was the longest part of the battle, and probably one of the most saltiest parts too. Okay, so I was thinking about what to do here. I was like, okay, let's go for Bullet Punch. It does a little bit under half health, and it's going to finish you off with a Draining Kiss there. So I did predict that it would have some sort of fairy move there. I just wanted to see. Right. So I still had 2 Pokemon left, right? So I had the Lunatone, which I thought would go nicely against it too. And I had the Spinder. So I thought, let's try out the Spinder. I've run a similar Spinder to this before, right? I've got Power Up Punch, I've got Fake Out. Not many people expect Fake Out from Spinder too. Now, I've got Power Punch, Fake Out, I've got Drain Punch, and I've got Psycho Cut. So those are my moves there. I know I could definitely make more use of its stab normal type. Like, you could whack on Last Resort instead of Fake Out. Sure, you could do that. There's quite a few options there. I gave it... I had Own Tempo too, so I couldn't use that Scumbag Confusion. So that was really funny. This was a really scummy set though. This Curlier had Attract, it had Confuse Ray, and it had Thunder Wave, and it had Draining Kiss. So it was a mega troll set. Like, I couldn't do much damage to it, especially Spinder. Like, I had like nothing really to hit it with. Had to really boost my attack up to get some sort of thing going. So it really wasn't doing a lot of health to me, but it was very frustrating here. Now, Solrock really wasn't cut out for one-shotting it either. Like, it was a very bulky set too. So this part was painful. I was getting hacked all day by this Curlier. Mainly, I got immobilized by Love a lot of times too. What I was trying to do, I was trying to just get enough power-up punches so I do some decent damage and, you know, spam Drain Punch, maybe go for the Psycho Cut. Crit. Like, I know that I could definitely get my health back and do a little bit more damage than, you know, an unboosted Draining Kiss. Obviously, most of the EVs were put into bulk as well. Okay, so I'm going to take the last Draining Kiss there and get paralyzed. So pretty much I got hacks the whole entire time there. Poor Spinder. Now, so I was like, okay, well, I don't want that to happen again because that was painful. So my Lunatone is an interesting set too. I don't normally have two such solely sets, but I'm running a Cosmic Power set on this one, right? So I thought, well, I need to get my defenses up, right? So let's make sure that Draining Kiss does absolutely nothing, because that's its only way of actually taking me out, other than me hitting myself in Confusion, right? So I'm going to get... At least I can't get Attracted, because I don't have an agenda on Lunatone. Okay, so that didn't stop me from being Parafusion, though. Now, my attack was... I had Charge Beam on this, I had Cosmic Power, I had Moonblast, and I had Resto, Chesto. Okay, so my idea was to get enough Calm Minds up and send this thing to the moon, basically. Now, this was really annoying because I knew that Draining Kiss would eventually run out and I'd have to rely on starting hitting myself Confusion. And at this point, I was like, okay, well, I'd say I've got this match unless I get really unlucky before I can get a rest or anything like else off here. So I keep hitting myself in Confusion. I was actually trying to get rest off and then go for, you know, another couple of Charge Beams and go for the Moonblast there. So I get the rest off, thank God. I heal myself up for all that para hacks and that sort of thing. So here, I'm really confident because I know that it's used a lot of Draining Kisses up already. I get this, you know, I'm starting to get my Charge Beam boost up, which is really good there. And there's not much chance that this thing is going to be able to beat me. Like, I'm not going to hit myself in Confusion like 100 times in a row. So basically, this was my game, and it was a really good game too. It was, man, there were some crazy sets there. I've got to give them that. The Gotha Rita I'd laugh for a long while about that. Unfortunately, we got Nintendo'd at that point, so they had 3 PP left on Draining Kiss. But damn, it was a close game. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Peace out.
We have a liftoff.